Hey there, Christopher Thunder here from the World's Dirtiest Workshop, here to test the Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw. Before you do anything with any chainsaw, make sure you're wearing the appropriate clothing and protective gear. Safe ladder, lubricated chainsaw, tension is good, right? Power pack is in, safety first. The 10-inch bar is sufficient to cut through a 4 to 5-inch log, but I wouldn't go much larger than that. The chain is pretty well made, but seems to corrode pretty easily. So far, after some use, the mechanism has not developed much play. This guard is hollow and is a complete piece of crap. And again, more excessive branding. One of the downsides to this chainsaw is that the handguard, although it has all these symbols on it, looks like a handle. This tag keeps getting caught when I put the battery into its holder or keep, so the battery goes here. This battery could have been better placed, not necessarily on the side of the unit, but maybe on the bottom of the unit would have been better. This handle is great. That is a proper handle. That's nice and tough. This handle is pretty good. I do like the trigger and I do like the safety mechanism, so that's a big plus. The underside, there's nothing to it. There is a wall hanging hole underneath. It is not labeled. You can hang your chainsaw up using the hole on the bottom of the chainsaw, but I think this is a really stupid idea. You can drop the chainsaw on your foot or hurt yourself. Always keep the battery in its charger when not in use. I label my batteries with the year that I purchased them, so I know how old they are. When I pull my battery off the charger, I immediately check it for its power level. That battery is almost fully charged. Make sure there's no wood or particles inside the battery attachment area. The oil chamber has a visible oil level that you can see. The lower bolt is your chain tensioner bolt. The upper bolt is the locking bolt for the chainsaw bar and chain tension. There is a surface on the front of the chassis to grip the bark of a tree. You can see here that the motor is vented. This area will pick up dust and dirt and it will cause the motor to eventually fail. There are more vents under the motor, but I would have preferred that there be no vents to the front of this area. I like the idea that the control handle is attached very firmly to the mechanism underneath the motor. I do like the really solid attachment on this side for the handle. This could be better. This knob could be bigger because I'm older and with my hands having tendonitis, that's a little tricky and sometimes sticky, even though it's supposed to be oily. Down here on the bottom of the chainsaw, there is a tool area, and you have one simple tool. You have a flat head for the chain tension adjustment, and you have a hex key for the clamp. This warning label is useless. I have to put my face right up against it to read it. The chain mechanism is pretty straightforward. The tensioning is pretty straightforward. I would like to see some instructions written on here as to how to tension this, as opposed to, a giant Ryobi logo, because if you have one here, why do you need one here? The battery keep does pick up a lot of gunk. That could have been better designed. Your chainsaw needs to be lubricated. This chainsaw does require motor oil. There is a chamber inside this cap that allows you to fill the chainsaw with motor oil. Easy. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually spray the chain with some WD-40. That helps out a little bit. This chainsaw is very easy to use and is quite safe. I would wear long sleeves and long pants before operating a chainsaw. Please read your manual and operate your chainsaw as safely as possible. I'm going to spray the chain once with WD-40. That'll make sure that the chain lasts a good long time and doesn't stretch. Inspect your chainsaw before use. This chainsaw is out of tolerance, so I'm going to have to tighten it. Giving this a pump once or twice is a great idea before each use. And that'll keep the whole mechanism working properly and failure free. You might find after one full day of use that the chain is no longer riding in the track. So when you pull this, the chain will be clear of the track. That's an indication that you need to go and tighten the chain as I showed you in this video. When you're cutting taller trees like this, think about ladder safety first. My wife works in a hospital and she understands how people hurt themselves in suburban areas like this. A ladder is a great way to hurt yourself. So before you get geared up and you put your chainsaw in your hands and everything like that, go out here. Check your ladder. Don't just throw your ladder down and then climb it with a chainsaw, because you can hurt yourself. That ladder is ready to go. Remember that ladder safety and chainsaw safety are two completely different things. That should be a red flag. You know, danger, danger, right? Will Robinson, Lost in Space. Make sure your ladder's safe first. So safe ladder, then safe chainsaw, then work overhead. Safe ladder, lubricated chainsaw, tension is good, right? Power pack is in, safety first. When you're cutting trees down like this one on your property, you should never run into a situation where you have to make a run for it. Meaning the tree is coming down and you're running like crazy to get out of the way. You don't want that. It will help to clear the area before you finish cutting down the tree. Otherwise you will trip on that material that's laying around trying to make a run for it. You don't want to do that. So cut your tree in small pieces and never have to make a run for it. What did I just do? Look at where I'm holding. Bad. Shame on me. Right. If that had clunked me on the head, wouldn't have mattered.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesday I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
He cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the lavatory. On Wednesday he goes shopping and has buttered scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night.
Now, you see as I'm wiggling that chainsaw, wiggling back and forth, it's not stalling so much now.
And he works all day.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Once you've squeezed the bulb, your chainsaw will start to drip. Don't hold the chainsaw over your pants once you've pumped the bulb on the top of the chainsaw. You will get oil all over you. Inspect your chainsaw before use. This chainsaw is out of tolerance. When you use your Ryobi chainsaw, make sure that you're geared up. Now, I could work on the more angled side of this ladder, but this other side is pretty safe.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesday I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
He cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the lavatory. On Wednesday he goes shopping and has buttered scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers.
When you're working a little above your head, keep your mouth closed. To score the Ryobi chainsaw, I'm going to give this chainsaw about an 8 out of 10 because of its ease of use, its lightness, and halfway decent design. I'm here, Christopher Thunder, and I want to thank you very much for watching my video.
He cuts down trees, he skips and jumps, he likes to press wildflowers. He puts on women's clothing and hangs around in grass. He's a lumberjack and he's okay.